smart narrative is relatively newer AI visual in Power BI and is a extremely effective tool. Again, what they're doing is, I have seen in my whole experience of interacting with people, training people, teaching people, that a lot of people know how to create a chart. But creating a chart is not the end goal. From that chart, you need to drive an insight, give it to business to work on it, to take an action on it. Now, sometimes analysts are good in creating that story or the narrative. Sometimes analysts are not very good with it. So with this smart narrative, it kind of makes our life easier that once I've created my dashboard, now what is the story behind my dashboard, right? So over there, smart narratives comes into play. What it does, it automates data storytelling through AI generated narratives. So it's going to tell a story. It's not just going to tell you that, okay, this is higher and this is lower, but it can talk about this is higher, this is lower, and this is the difference between them. If there is a trend that it can understand based on the data, it will talk about the trend in the narrative. So this is one of the very smart AI visual that has been put in Power BI, which helps us to do a little bit of data storytelling. And the narratives are just like how a human would write, exactly that way the narratives are given. And it talks about the patterns, it talks about the trends, it talks about the outliers that are there. Okay, let's see how it works. So what I had done is I've created few visuals over here. Very simple ones, net sales by country. Then I said, okay, let's talk about discount and net sales. Is increasing the discount increasing my sales? Yes or no, based on the different buyer types. And then I wanted to understand profit by date. So typically, again, if I think about a person who just started creating dashboard, the way a person would talk about is UK sale is the highest, Greece is the lowest. Then when you come over here, they will say there's a positive correlation between discount and sales. If you come over here, then they'll say, okay, this is the profit, this is where we started, this is where we ended, and this is the least profit we generated, right? Now what I did, this thing that you see on the top, I'm not sure if it's visible. No, it should be. It's pure simple English, but the way it is written is very good. This is generated by that smart narrative. So the profit trended up, resulting in 148% between this date and this date. The profit started to trend from 1st of June. So it's not only talking about the difference from start and the end, but it's also talking about when it started. So in the 6 months, this is a change. It jumped from this number to this number, steepest inclined during this time. UK has a highest sum, which is 26.49% higher than the Greece, which is the lowest, right? Total percentage contribution of UK is 21%. Again, these things are not visible in my visual, but AI is kind of working in the back end and coming up with these numbers for us, right? Across all countries, some of net sales range from this to this. Canberra 3 has the highest sum of discounts and the sum of net sales. So how do you create this narrative? Very simple, hardly any effort into it. So once you've created all your visuals like I've created over here, once again, we'll go to visual gallery, scroll down. This is a smart narrative. Click over here, it'll work, and within seconds, it comes up with the entire narrative for you. Super impressive work, right? All this is all AI generated stuff.